are still here. Why do you run from me? You want your Baba, do you not? I will take you to him.
Say about fear? Oh God, why can I not remember? He would know what to do. Of fear. Do not run from it.
ZAU! I tried to call for you.
What happened?
Sabulana was never in front of you. It was a despicable illusion manifested by Kikion, the corrupted great spirit of nature. I confess I should have seen it. I never once sensed its presence. The spirit became so malformed, it used a poisoned tongue to manipulate you, to prey on your fear.
I see. Why am I so bad at this? The choices I make, they are always wrong. When Baba was here, it was safe. There was no pain, no tricks, no lies. It was safe. The world is hurting me. It is hurting me. It hurts so much.
It can feel that way sometimes, that the world is unfair, set against you in every way possible. But the world is capable of giving more than it takes. And I know you see it, because I have learned that from you. You are where you are now because of the choices you made, from what the world has given you. I see before me a strong, brave, and intelligent young man who chooses to champion hope over despair. I see that. And I must see you for who you are, ZAU. I must.
Two spirits. Where do we go now?
We must proceed to the old junction by the forest bridge. The path to the Deadlands and the village of Ichoka begins there. It is in those harsh lands we will find the last great spirit.
Then let us go. Kalunga.
Yes, ZAU.
Thank you.
Up there, ZAU. The path to the Deadlands and the village of Ichoka. see you have discovered the powers of Tawa's heart.
Yes, I obtained it in the nightmare. Without it, I would have perished.
It is a great and mysterious gift. Tawa was a peculiar shaman, a believer of breaking and reforming as a means of healing. To rebuild, to unravel. They believed that by having total understanding of the elements around you, you would have total understanding of the self. I know you will use this power responsibly, ZAU. The old woodlands bleed into the deadlands. It is home to the mighty Ichokans and the great spirit of mankind. This is the final great spirit, ZAU.
And then you will return my Baba.
I will return your Baba.
Mount Ichoka. I hear it is named from the tribe. Or, well, maybe the tribe is named after the mountain?
Many tell tales of the mountain. It was once mighty, its fire so hot that it could turn the deserts to glass. Then the mountain fell drowsy, dormant. So much power takes a heavy toll.
It seems like the mountain is finally waking up then. It has to be the Great Spirit. Gods, look at the heat coming off of those springs and geysers.
A consequence of the mountain. Be careful. This is not for swimming.
Baba only came here alone. He said that the Deadlands are called that for a reason. This is not a place for a man and boy.
You are not the boy you once were. Come, let us continue.
through strife. That was the Shokan way. The war of the mind fought to keep hold of a land that could not be tamed. Alas, these wild lands were home. Sand, carried in the pouches of young Shokans to remind them to retain the contest of personal nature. Home lacked clear definition now for the boy. What was the home without the father, without the mother? Was ZAU ever the sand clutched tightly to his mama's breast? Endurance through strife. ZAU could not help but linger on the wilds in his restlessness. As his thoughts lay like heavy darkness, the parent became both clear and distant, near and far, kin and stranger, like death. Kalunga, back in the Highlands, you asked about my mother. Do you remember?
I do?
I do not talk about her to people I do not know well. But now, I cannot help but think of her. She is a Shokan, a true warrior of the desert. She left when I was still small.
She died in battle?
No, not battle. She left.
I see.
What are the chances we meet her? Just to make this last part personal.
Let us keep our eyes open for our way around.
My eyes are always open, ZAU.
No, that is not what I... Oh. Ah, okay. You got me. Baba used to tell me these springs were always full of life, something joyful in a harsh land. The Chokans would travel down from the mountain to bathe and heal, to soothe their bones and cleanse their minds. I could use that right now. I do not think I have ever been this tired in my life.
that is so fucking stupid. Oh, where did it put me? Okay, at least the boss is back here. Pushing the thing kills me when it bonks me in the head. God, for a second there, I thought I was gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna die out of the box again, dropping on my head.
There. It is done.
Let us continue. The mountain is still very far.
I'm just dashing straight into that projectile. I've been doing it over and over again.
Good. A route to make our return a little less arduous.
This is quite a journey. I never thought I would see all the lands in such a short time.
Is it to your liking?
Not exactly. But that does not make it any less thrilling. Kenzera has changed so much. But it is still Kenzera.
Mountain groans with an angry tongue. We must move with caution on our approach.
Another hurdle. Can you see another path, Kalunga?
None that are better than the beaten path. It is through here, or days in the middle of the desert, that's trying to find our way.
The bridge. The bridge is the better option.
Trauma never dissolves, like oil lacking on the surface of a pool. In the heat of these deadlands, ZAU's mind shifted to Sabulana's warmth. The way it felt to make her laugh. That look she would give before they were to embark on deep treks into the forest against their parents' better wishes. The touch of her hand upon his, a kindling of romance yet to bloom. Her smile. A smile. How memories can change. ZAU would never unsee it. Wretched, unnatural, pierced from ear to ear. A healer he may well have been, but some things cannot just be healed. Some wounds never fade.
Did you hear that? It has to be the bridge. Come, let us return to it.
ZAU, this is the road to the great dunes of Kenzera. We are one step closer to the mountain.
And many, many more steps to finding the Great Spirit. Maybe this Great Spirit will be kind and pass quickly after all this.
We must keep moving. The searing desert that surrounds Shoka. Be mindful of our path. It is all too easy to become lost in the sea of sands.
thing went flying up in the air. Weird physics interaction there.
The sand there looks different, Kalunga.
Yes, this is sand that consumes. Do not be tempted to enter.
Maybe Baba was right. Maybe this is not a place for an Amandan boy. duality of life is this: finding happiness deep within the lament. As pained as laughing at a wake where the moment once more hits you and the smile fades. ZAU would lose himself to the adventure. The journey had been arduous and oftentimes brought a brutality that numbed warmth. But he had dreamed all his life of venturing this world, of doing true good. Enjoyment flickered within him, even in his companionship to death for all his prior faults. Then the dawning memory scratches across the soul. We enjoy these moments, but remember now this joy is drawn from the very same pool of our own misfortune. The smile faded from ZAU, the journey refocused, the pain returning once more. Fireflies. Baba used to say they guide true souls to find fortune. Should we test our luck? I think we have earned it.
Yes.
Whoa. That was easy. I used to blame her, resent her, but I do not anymore. My mama, I mean. I think I understand her better now. She was born and raised here, trained all her life in the ways of a choker. A warrior at heart. The wilds were where she was most alive. Baba was the opposite.
Like the sun and moon.
Yes, but rather than labor for the same purpose. I think she stayed with us for as long as she did because of me. I know she loved me, but she needed more than being a mother. And the times when she was with us, she was elsewhere. She was always elsewhere.
Of all the small creatures of this world, I enjoy the firefly the most. They are heralds of wisdom and knowledge, arbiters of light and dark.
And very useful too. They can be the fire in a lantern if you lack a torch.
That is not what I meant.
told me tales of this place, but I never thought it to be true.
Yes, it is the graveyard of great beasts who dared to cross this harsh land. Let us not join them, eh? They are going into that cave.
We should follow. There may be a route to a trucker through it. If not, a cool respite from this searing sun. Does not look good. Kalunga?
Prepare yourself, ZAU!
Not exactly sure what they're doing. See the green line there? Presumably some sort of empowering, buff effect. I'm not sure. Fumbling through the controls. Oh my god.
Intense fanatics in life, striving for perfection. They devour, mutate, and assimilate. Hadithi Kabili, the power of Kabili's wing, wielded by the thunderous King Kabili, royalty as well as shaman. He sought to bring rain from the skies for the survival of his people. When drought overcame the farms of Itshoka, the livestock of this land were gravely affected. King Kabili used this skill to wrestle the clouds for rainwater. He fought proudly, gallantly, and when the clouds relented, the villagers prospered.
Baba once told me about a king who wrestled the clouds. It must be this one.
Yes, Kabili was revered. A shaman who put his people before himself. He soared to great distances, just as you will.
Let us test out our new gift. The field of bones held into itself stories all but forgotten. Only the husks of their adventures remained. The memories of these creatures were lost to the great vessel of time. Krutzlang was their name. To look to them was to see firsthand the forlorn pursuit of nature, struggling to cross a land that had no business in mercy or relent. Only their bones remained to remind the world of what hope could bring. Pain above all else. ZAU, however, saw promise. For though many journeys could end in failure, few brave souls could cross the brink, perseverance through insurmountable odds. ZAU would not allow his story to end as the Krutzlang, a name forgotten, a purpose tarnished. His desire was too great to abandon. His promise was too important to be lost.
Yeah, it's just draining my HP. That's just what's happening, I think. Oh my god, why are there spikes up there? What is even the point of having those spikes up there? Seriously, what is the point of this? Just being annoying. Like,
I flew! I actually flew! Technically glided, but all the same. We must keep moving and stay vigilant. As they do not relent, they do not forget. And we just stir the hive.
Assimilation. Minds bound together through contortion, a hive mind without individuality, without promise or hope. ZAU could not shift the thought of them, of their covetous desires. True understanding did not come to him, and Kalunga seemed not to tell it, that once they were all like us, for all are born with a balanced virtue, yet envy caught them all. The brother who glared at his kin's successes, the partner who craved the better life with the richer soul, the thief who could not cease the pillage of the dark. All drew the bloodletting, when in the hot nights the Adze trailed through the cracks in the stone like lucid sand. Touched they became. There was no reversing this. The brother, the partner, the thief. No more. Only Adze remained. said these Adze were relentless.
I wish I was, but such is true. We have attracted their attention. They will stop at nothing to attain you.
We just need to keep moving, eh? I am not going to end up as the Adze's meal.
That is not how Adze operate. You are not a meal to them, ZAU. You are another potential Adze. To devour your mind, regurgitating you into a cocoon so that your body may slowly mutate into their form.
We just have to keep moving.
Thank God those thorns aren't one hit kill! And I just say it out loud. Instantly died of the spikes. Okay, that's good. I'll be putting that on for sure. Ah, shit, what? Just kill me.
I can smell the remnants of old incense.
It would appear that a passerby may have used this same tree to meditate not too long ago.
For a moment, I could see Baba vividly, lighting incense, bathing in the smoke. I would watch him.
ZAU?
That was too much.
I guess I just really have not seen or encountered an upgrade for how many slots I can have, because it's just funny that it's still asking me, oh, which slot you want to equip the trinket in? And I still just have the one. I'm like 5.5 hours into the game. I'm heading up to the last great spirit, and nope, still have the one slot. You'd think they just give you one, I don't know, for free, just going through the main path, but nah. I guess that wasn't really even the case with the health upgrades too. These trees. All of them have been out of the way. Not too out of the way, but still, you have to do a little poking around.
Yadze's territory. Perhaps with luck, their grotesque fascination for you will subside. Regardless, we must focus. There may be worse challenges, too.
The amount of particle effects that pop off on the screen can be a bit much sometimes. And with how far away the camera is, can be a little hard to tell where I'm at, where ZAU is in the heat of combat. Especially with how, like, some of the silhouettes for the enemy designs and ZAU isn't, like, immediately distinct when things are popping off, so... And especially now that the difficulty has definitely picked up with most enemies having some sort of elemental armor now. Like, you have to switch between the fire and the ice, the sun and the moon masks to get rid of the armor so that you can actually stun them. Because if they have that armor, they can keep attacking. And obviously it's like another health bar, but yeah. The readability sometimes can be... it's starting to get a bit much. I say this as somebody who regularly plays Overwatch. One of the visually busiest games there is.
We have arrived at the mountain. Now begins our true ascent.
Is this just gonna be a platform? Ah, well, no, it's a whole thing.
You should not sneak up on people, young shaman. It is unbecoming of the trade.
Wait. How did you know I was a shaman?
Those masks. They belonged to a great man. Yes, they did. You have traveled far from Amandla.
And farther still to go. I am ZAU.
Bomani, of Shoka. We are no threat to one another.
We are not. But I see on your face that something troubles you.
It is my son. Or the absence of him, I should say. I am waiting for his return, yet as I wait, he still does not come. We were evacuating Shoka, but my son hesitated. He could not live with the fact that he had still not undertaken the enduring rite.
The enduring rite?
Tis a way of it, Shoka. Young aspirants sought favor from the gods, and my son was keen. We argued. I told him it was just a ceremony. Surviving is more important now. But sons have a way of defying their fathers. And so he left for the mountain, to the right. He wore his mask, spear in hand, ready to prove himself to no one. He promised we would meet at this outpost right here. And so I still wait. I wait and wait.
I am headed to the mountain myself to seek out the Great Spirit. If I see your son, Bomani, I will send him to you.
Careful steps, Shaman. Mercy is a rare bloom that does not grow in its Shokan soil.
Probably have bad news about your son. Also, yeah, the fact that all the triangle spaces for the characters tab have been filled out. I don't have much hope for seeing your kid here, Bomani.
I know, ZAU. I know. This is the true work of a shaman.
Yes. I hope we can find his son. I pray he is alive and well. think this is Bomani's son's mask.
It would seem so. Cracked and damaged.
Ah, I fucking hate that. Today, well, actually today. Just actually a couple of seconds ago, but... Another tree? Wow. 2 trees in one session?
Reflecting. Maybe it could help. Talking. Or sometimes, maybe not. I'm so used to just doing. All the time, doing.
It is not as if you are doing nothing now, ZAU.
No. You are right. I am healing, I guess.
Aditya Shukudu, ZAU, you now possess within you Shukudu's might. And what a mighty predecessor he was. Long ago, a great evil amassed in the harsh dunes. It was a creature of unspeakable wickedness and insidious intent. It sought to drain the spirit of the earth, protecting itself in a dome of shimmering blackened stone. The great Shukudu refused to allow this horror to pass. He charged with all his might the fury of the gods within him as he broke through the impenetrable dome. He took a mighty step forward, and that made all the difference.
A might that helped save this world. I hope I can live up to his valiance. I will wield this in his honor.
Alright, got the trophy. Honor the ancestors. Unlock all the abilities. Yep. All 6. Shukudu. Shukudu. Okay, so you can't dash and then do that other dash. Chikuru's might. You can't change them. So I guess that would be a bit busted. Can I get back up there? Whatever, that's fine.
This spear is near identical to Bomani's.
I do not doubt this is a clue to his son's location. We draw close to our answer. Why would the son abandon his mask and spear?
Let us keep looking.
It's Shoka, the great bastion of the north. Where Ika Karamba found power in innovation, or Kivuli in adaptation, Ichoka found it in endurance. sealed gate to the mountain summit. We must open the gate if we are to find the Great Spirit. I believe this is the enduring rite, a test of the soul's worthiness. It demands a bout, but not just with brawn. And it calls upon the mind, but not just with strategy. And we, ZAU, must find the two great keys to venture forth.
Then let us find them.
Oh, this is the enduring rite. Or maybe this is the enduring rite? This is probably the enduring rite, right? Because this is the actual mount, the inside of the mountain. Or what do they call it? Yeah. The path to the mountain summit was obstructed by the old gate. This was the enduring rite, so. Wait. Am I understanding that correctly? Only by undertaking it and securing the gate's keys. Yeah, I think just the way that it's worded sounds like this is the enduring rite. I don't know. Yeah, the path to the mountain summit, or maybe the path of the whatever. Anyways, we will be doing it anyway, but we will be doing it in another session, as yeah, gonna have to call it here. It's another 2 hours done, and I think just based on how I've been going through this game, I feel like is it like I will be done with this area in like an hour, get through the boss, or probably, yeah. That's what's been happening the past couple of sessions. I usually end up finishing right before I get to the boss, or like the last part of the dungeon, and that's what it looks like for this area. For the previous areas, probably gonna be the same case, and I think once that's done, it's just gonna go. I'm just gonna have to go back to the very starting area, and depending on what opens up here, could be like one last, like final boss. Might actually finish the game come next session. Yeah, 'cause from what I've seen about how long the game is, that would sound about right. Because I've been mostly mainlining it, poking around a bit, got some upgrades, got some lore, some echoes and trinkets, but I haven't been super thorough about it, so obviously missing a bunch. But yeah, depending on how this goes, should be done. So yeah, that'll take 8 hours. Yeah, that makes sense, because from what I've seen is that, yeah, if you just mainline the game, do it in 6 or 7 hours, do a little poking around, probably 8 or 9, maybe 10. So that makes sense to me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up finishing the game tomorrow. Should be cool. Yeah. Yeah, this past session has shown that the difficulty in the combat has actually managed to get to that point where, yeah, I really have to be a lot more careful and more strategic with how tactical with how I approach combat, which I appreciate. And I'm getting to use most of these skills, so they're not a lot, but yeah, it's just cool. And also having to use the different powers, although I guess some of these other some of these powers haven't really been used. I haven't used them for combat. Like, yeah, this one not really. I wonder if this could be used against enemies, because I feel like it should. Like just breaking through walls, so I don't know. That would be neat. Also having me use this for combat, or this either. It really is still just the the base abilities along with these skills, which is fine. Oh, I have 3 actually could use. Right. This sounds interesting. This will be probably more useful, but this sounds interesting, and I like interesting. Hold R2 near project. Yeah, let's skip this now. Sure. Let's see if I can actually use this properly. Alright. Cool. That's going to be for the next session. Oh, yeah, I just have one last creature undiscovered. And there is, like, I guess one more location. So, I could see at the very starting area. Or, unless this last location is just the mountain. I guess that could make sense. The Ichokan Deadlands. Or... no, yeah, I guess maybe there is still, like, one... like, when you get back to the beginning, maybe there it'll open up to have, like, maybe one final legend. It's not just going to be one boss. Could be a dungeon down here. We're going to the underworld to get our Baba back. Yeah, maybe. I could see that happening. Probably not going to be super long, but I don't know. It could also be the same length as these other areas, which is fine if that means finishing the game on another session, which is fine by me. I'm enjoying it. Alright, yeah, that's it. We'll make use of what was this skill? Hold R2. Yeah, obviously I can't do it. I have to do it again with an enemy projectile and a low health enemy, but yeah. We'll find these 2 keys, unlock this gate, and get into inside the mountain. I think we're already inside the mountain, right? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, that's it.